Hey guys, Jeff Marbles here. It is Friday, and I'm psyched it's Friday. But today is the day that I look at a lot of listings. And today, I do a lot of business in city, but I also do a lot of business and growing my business in Marin County. I've been living up there for a number of years as well. So I wanted to share a video on a number of houses that are on the market. Now, typically when I look at the difference between the Marin County real estate market and the San Francisco real estate market, is really the days on market. The days on market for Marin County typically is a little bit longer, but it also comes down to price point. We have in the Marin County area, we've got a number of homes that are easily between, $3 to $5 million. It's pretty pronounced. There's a lot of them out there. But a lot of those houses are very unique. Some of them are very sort of standard houses, and some have a lot of characteristics. So really what I wanted to do today, I was going through a number of different listings, and I just sort of ended up just deleting them and saying, let's start over and just say, let's just focus on homes from $3 to $5 million in Sausalito, Tiburon, and in Belvedere, okay? Just those areas around the waterfront, fairly easily accessible to 101. I say fairly because there's some houses that are on the backside on Paradise Drive from on the Tiburon side. It takes a little while to get into the freeway. But those are the three areas that we're going to focus on today. And I just wanted to sort of quickly go through here. See this column right here? We've got 81 days on market, 338 days, 51 days, 88 days, 86 days, 75 days, 10, 38. We've got one that's been on the market for over a year, right? So that it depends. That first 2 weeks, when you put something on the market, it's got to be priced right. It's going to get a lot of attention. But then after that first 2-3 weeks, traffic dies because they already seen their homes, right? And a lot of people, if the price is too high, they're just not going to circle back and try to negotiate down. So price is a big issue. But let's just go through a number of the listings real quick, just to give you a flavor for what's going on in there. And remember, this is from the $3 to the $5 million price point. I picked out clearly some of them are going to be itching up to the $5 million just because they're phenomenal homes, guys. I mean, what can you not like? If you can afford to live up here, it's absolutely fantastic. Even if you need to be below $2 million, nothing is ever perfect, guys. I mean, you could buy $5 million and you're still going to find something that's not perfect. But let's go through here. San Rafael Avenue, this is right on the lagoon in San Francisco, or in sort of between Tiburon and Belvedere. It's on that road, that kind of connects the two. Look at this interior. I mean, what's not to like? It's absolutely beautiful as far as your overall exterior space. You walk in. I wanted to pick out units that had something of significance. It could have been just the living room, which I like this one, and I like the vaulted ceilings. I like the location of this. This is probably one of the best locations because it's fairly close to conveniences, but you're also right on the waterfront. So, if you have a little paddle board, it'd be easy to get out there and have some fun. And I hate it when that happens right there. Sort of slow. Get up a little bit. Look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous out there, guys. Beautiful, beautiful home on Belvedere. This is an interesting one. I like this one just because I like sort of the quirky ones. It has, look at this deck. You go out, you could have your boat out there. You have your stairs down. Look at this little cottage feel to it. This is a house that has a very, very unique feel to it. And that's one of the reasons why I brought it to you. It's not going to be some architectural marvel, but look at the character of this. I feel like a hobbit almost going into a home like this. Look how much character and age is just affiliated right in that doorway. I mean, it's insane, the character of this property. Now, clearly, it's not going to be for everybody. You're going to look at this and say, it's on a hill. You do have great views, but you also, you're kind of boxed in there a little bit with the brick and timber and sort of that old style of how you build something. But look at the windows here. You also have these the ceiling line. I thought it was very unique as well. I thought it was pretty good in the window frame. I thought it was just sort of interesting there. Look at that, though. I mean, where are we? We're back in Disneyland and Mr. Toad's Wild Ride almost. kitchen. I mean, clearly it's somebody that likes the character of this building. But that's also one of the reasons why I pulled it out, because, you know, on Belvedere, you do have a number of those buildings that are just sort of old Victorian buildings that you kind of wonder how the heck they built them in the first place, right? Been standing there for, you know, almost 100 years. But look at this. Really, you know, there's something to be said to be able to just get outside and have some fun. This one, I included it just because, look, there's the Golden Gate Bridge. You got this hacienda style outside, which I thought was really good. I thought the pictures were pretty, you know, could have been in for a little bit too small for me. But look at this deck. I think the deck alone, you know, and the view, it's killer. Look at the open window. You know, you have the glass sliders, you open it up, and you really have that indoor-outdoor living, which, you know, I'm just a big fan of. You know, having I go to Hawaii a lot with my family, and, you know, if we can incorporate that indoor-outdoor, nice and open, I'm always going to be drawn to it. Now this, we're going to jump over to Sausalito on this one. I included this just because of the views. You know, you've got some of this modern style, kind of an 80s style, I would think. But it really has some spectacular views. I'm a big fan of Sausalito. There's just something magical about it. My personal taste. I was over there with a buddy of mine, a high school buddy of mine, actually, just the other day. And there's just something about Sausalito that's special, you know. And you get around all the tourists going into downtown, but the community is just so killer. There's just something about it. This one's in Tiburon. This one's, I have mixed feelings about it, but, you know, this is a building that kind of reminds me of a castle on some of it. And it just sort of shows you that there really is just a tremendous amount of different style of homes. Look at this. You've got old steps going up. It looks like it has a lot of history. Some of the house I wasn't too keen on. You know, it's, you know, I get it in here, but I also don't want to feel like I'm trapped in a room. But when you get up to the bedrooms are nice and open, and you have a nice deck. You see my castle sort of feel, but look, you got nice views from up here. You know, water views. I mean, what's not to like on that? I think it really just comes down to is that house is the right fit or not, right? Another one on Tiburon. This is closer to the 3 million, a little low threes. You know, you have a lot of these houses that architecturally, originally when they were probably built, weren't too exciting. But people do mess with them a bit and renovate, and I thought they did a good job on this one, especially when you open it up and you look at something like that. I mean, the living space is really nice. Got a fireplace in the middle. It has that Nantucket feel to me, sort of that East Coast feel. Really nice and clean, nice and open. Not going to break the bank too much. And hell, it's Tiburon, guys. I mean, look, you got a nice sunny deck. Got that indoor-outdoor. You're up the hill a bit. But really, I thought it was a really nice house. And then we come to this. Now, this one, you know, I could just say the lot alone. This is going to be on the backside, so on Paradise Drive. So a little bit harder to get to the 101 freeway, and a little bit harder to get to Tiburon or even Corte Madera a little bit, depending on where you're at. But the thing about it is it's gorgeous. I mean, look at this. Look at the land itself. You've got the views. You can see that we're not looking at the Bay Bridge or the Golden Gate Bridge anymore. We're looking at the Richmond Bridge right there, Santa Fe Richmond Bridge right there. But look at that. I mean, that to me is just amazing. It would be a privilege to be in that house. Seriously. Go on down to the waterfront. You can get in your boat, do a little tour. You got your pool, so when it's nice. And look at the landscape. It's beautiful. When you get into the unit, big tall ceilings. You get space all the way to the waterfront. So you know, if you wanted to, you could add something right there. I believe this is the other house that's on the market right now. This is the next door neighbor, and they got a little cabana down there, and I believe I've got that queued up for you real quick. But great location. I mean, you know, if you wanted to be on the waterfront, if you just did a little paddle boarding back there, why not, man? Just killer. Here's one also a little bit more modern. Sort of cruise through here a little bit. Same relative view. I thought it was a nice house. I didn't think it would have that architectural masterpiece that some do, but when I came to this picture, I liked it. You know, you had this upper hallway, you have the stairs, but you also had the ceiling. You know, I thought it all came together really well for this house. Couple more, guys. I'm going to let you go. Here's one over on Tiburon again. This was a little bit more manicured. Top of the hill, nice and clean. And if you notice, guys, the reason why I picked them out, pretty much every house has a view. You know, you get back into areas in Mill Valley, you clearly get a big Corte Madera. Yeah, you get houses with views, but you're not right along the waterfront. And I think that's one of the things that, you know, I'm always a big fan of, just being right there on the water. All right, one more, guys, and then you are free. This is that house. I thought it was killer. I would love to have this as just like a playroom, bonus room, something that, you know, I just thought maybe I'd put my office down there. My wife would have her yoga studio out there and probably have a full deck where you could just have like an Airbnb and have like a yoga studio. I mean, how killer is that right there? I don't know. It's just, to me, that would be fun. That would be fun. Have the kids down there for a sleepover. Super nice. Once again, it's on the backside of Paradise, so you're a little bit farther removed than the other side of Tiburon. But I just thought it would be a nice one to show you. So anyway, guys, if you're interested in houses in Marin County, you know, we do the luxury market tour pretty much every week. I live in Tiburon. I would know about all the schools. Be fun to talk to you and just sort of show you around. I'm always looking at real estate, and it's always a good time to get out there. So I hope this was fun for you. You take care. Enjoy the